again and welcome back. My name's Annie and this is my creative detour. I'm just doing a quick project share today on a project that I did as part of the collaboration or challenge that Debbie is running from Project 49 mini albums. She set up a challenge for this year and anyone can join it, and it's called Paper-Smash. So it's to encourage you to use up the supplies that you've got. There's different things for different months. So for the month of January, it was a 12 by 12 paper pad or collection. And then for the month of February, it was a 6 by 6. And I've got the videos on my channel of the ones that I did in January and showing what I was going to use for February. So I selected this ciaobella summer tales back at the beginning of February and said that I would do something with it. So this is what I made. It's just a small little accordion mini album, and it measures 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. I'll just check that. Yes, 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and the pages in it are actually 5 5/8 by 5 5/8. So I actually used a tutorial by Carolina from Carolina's Crafts. I did change the size of it. I think her original one was 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches. So mine's just a little bit bigger. I didn't want to have to deal with the scraps. So I made it slightly bigger and also changed where I put the pockets, or, all of the different things like belly bands or tuck spots and things like that. So I kind of made it my own, but I used the structure of her tutorial. So I'll link that below and you can have a look at her tutorial and how she made it and put your own spin on it just like I did. So it's obviously a summer themed paper pad. So let's have a quick little look. You can see that the cover, I didn't overdo it. I used the feature paper and I just cut out one of the cutter parts and cut out a piece of her hat and made it flying in the wind. And then I just put on a few little flowers down here. Not sure whether you can see those. And I splattered it with some white ink. I use this brand here, Liquitex acrylic ink. I just got that from my art supply store here in Brisbane. It didn't take very long. It was a nice little project, and I did use most of the paper. I don't think I have many scraps left. Let me find the scraps. I have all the scraps. So after I show them to you, I will be throwing quite a few of them in the bin. So I have a few little cutter parts left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little pieces of 4 pieces of paper and 1 cutter part left, and that's my scrap paper. And then I have all these little scrappies, and I'm going to throw those out. So I'll pop these ones back into my paper supplies, just in my scrap box, and they'll get used over time. So when you open the little accordion, it's got a pocket here, and out of some of the scraps I made a little bookmark. It's got a photo spot. I think that's a 4 by 4, and then a 3 by 4 little photo spot or journaling spot. And you can see here it's got a tuck spot with some paper on it, so it could go either way for a photo. Same here. So some of the photo mounts I've got them backed with pattern paper like this one, but then others I don't, because I didn't want it to get too thick. It's already getting reasonably thick. So this is just a flip out for a journaling spot, photo spot, and it's magnetized. You can probably hear that. This was just one of the cutter parts. So here's just another photo spot. and on the back here I just had paper piece, so as I was running low on supplies I had to paper piece some bits together, but it turned out okay. In the back here I put a pocket, and I turned one of the little cutter parts into a little journaling spot. Once again I paper pieced to create a 3x4 photo mount or journaling spot, and you can see I did use some of those little strips, some of these, to make this bookmark, and I just stamped it with a stamp that I've got in my stash that says time to make new memories. So just some little spots for the recipient to make some notes of their memories. And then, as you would possibly know, for people that have made accordions before, it closes and that goes around and ties, and that's the back of the book, and then it continues because it's an accordion. So here we have a photo mount, and it goes into a tuck spot. I also paper pieced these together and made a little pocket in this one, and then I just cut out some of the cutter parts and rounded the corners, and I mounted this one so it could be a journaling spot, and they're just tucked in there for the recipient to be able to use them through the album. And then here we have another flip out with a 3x4 photo spot, and it's magnetized. And then we have a belly band with a 4x4 photo spot. This page here actually flips, and once again I use the cutter part to make a little journaling spot, and that just sits in there like that. That flips over for a photo spot and another large one as well, and that's it. And then it comes back and ties closed. So you can see that the tie closure is for a bow, and it is a good little project to do, especially for a 6x6 pad. It uses a reasonable amount of your supplies to mount it and to cover it, but it actually houses quite a lot of photos as well, and you can see that the closure goes across the back. So that was the ciaobella summer tales. There's my scrappies. Yeah, I'm happy with how it turned out, and somebody will probably get this as a gift for their summer holidays. Yes, so thanks very much for stopping in today to watch that project share. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, that'd be great, and subscribe to the channel to help it grow, and I will see you very soon. I'll actually be posting in a few days' time what I used for February and what I'm going to be using for the month of March. So look out for that video as well in a few days' time. All right, thanks again, and I'll see you soon.